isn't enough, really. I mean, when you really look at it, when you first start to get clean or sober, why is it that when the same mentality that it takes, the same strength that it takes to do anything else, it's take the same strength, but you got to be broken though, like really broken to get it, to really, really want to tap in to do something different. I want to talk about that today because so many times I don't really let you know where I come from. So many times you probably think, oh, this dude just be talking about resilience. He just be talking about perseverance. He just be talking all of these things. But the thing about it is that I talk it because I really live it. I really live the the joy of the work I put in. I really live what I talk about because it took me going really deep to understand who I was. It took me really to go to rooms that I didn't want to go into. It took me to be able to admit that drugs had defeated me, that alcohol had defeated me. It took me to understand that my life that I was living was totally unmanageable. I had lost all control. So how did I tap into that? That's what I want to talk about. I went deep within self. I got real with myself. I got real uncomfortable. I did. I really got real uncomfortable. And I had to do things that I wouldn't normally do. I had to tell people how I'm feeling. I had to walk a path that I ain't never walked before. But I got to find a person I ain't never met before. So in doing these things, I started to realize, man, something different is happening. Even though my life didn't match the way I was feeling on the inside, I kept at it. And that's what I know about perseverance. That's what I know about showing up for yourself every single day. The difference it can make in your life. See, it just don't work because I'm an addict, or it just don't work because I want to. I had a burning desire to. I had made a decision, and that decision was I wasn't going back no matter what. That was the decision I made. My uncomfortableness is the reason that I made it. I got good with being uncomfortable. I still make uncomfortable decisions today, and I stay practicing the same principles, but they advance. See, the more I work these principles, the more my spirit starts to grow. The more I start to understand the spiritual side of me, the more I start to get more aligned with God, the more I get to understand more about what my destination is. See, a lot of people think that, oh, I stopped drinking, I stopped using, I'm gonna be successful. No, you stop drinking or you stop using, don't mean that you're gonna be fixed. Like you got all of this trauma that you need to address, but them principles can help with that, but you gotta want it. You gotta go deep, and you gotta continue to grow. You gotta want it when you don't want it. I say that all the time. I show up when I don't want to show up because I feel like I'm not gonna miss my shot. I'm not gonna miss my chance to knock a home run. Okay, that's the way I feel. I feel like that perfect pitch gonna be coming, and I'm gonna be like, oh man, I don't want to show up today. Wrong. I'm showing up every day and I'm swinging for the fences. I'm showing up every day to swing for the fences. Why? Because life gives me that opportunity. It gives me the opportunity to stay uncomfortable, to learn, to stay grinding, to stay with that courage that it takes. But without me working principles, that don't happen. Without me having love for myself first before I can love anybody else, I have to practice that. I have to practice getting in the mirror every single day, telling myself I love myself. I love you. I tell myself that every single day. Okay? I have affirmations that I tell myself. I have meditations that I do on a residual basis. I do not step away from principles. You didn't hear me. I do not step away from them. I try every single day of my life to apply principles to it. Why? Because that is what changes you. That's what feeds your spirit. That is what's going to change this. Mindset don't change without a change of heart, without a change of conditioning to change this. This is better than this. But this does so much when it's unlocked. Okay? Mastering oneself. That's what this really is about. It don't matter if you're an addict. It don't matter if you got a problem with your weight. It doesn't matter if you got financial problems. It doesn't matter. It works. Okay? You have to face your problems where they at though. You got to pull your credit report. You got to say, okay, I know I want to lose this much weight, but what do I need to do? It'll tell you. All right, but it might tell you, do you love who you are? You know what I mean? So I don't know what your spirit gonna tell you. I don't know if you work that job that you hate and you keep going to it. I don't know what you feed yourself to keep going. But if you want something different, you gotta have to do something different. And that's the thing about recovery. It's universal. Once you understand that, once you the thing about it, being that person, I'm not telling you you don't need to go find help. Some of you do might need to find the help, man. I mean, I had to find help. I had to go in the rooms. I did. I had to find out how to work the steps. And then now the steps work me. They do. And they on the automatic repeat. They do this with me. I no longer have a problem with drugs or alcohol. No lie. I don't even crave drugs or alcohol. And that's the truth. Like it doesn't cross my mind to go get high. It crossed my mind how stupid that is. That is stupid. You know what I mean? That's who I am today. But transformation, so many people say transformation. There is steps to get there. It don't happen overnight. You just don't boom. I'm into something. I done met my new person. Wrong. You grow into that. Your spirit grows the more you feed it. Your spirit grows the more you do things that you don't want to do. The more gratitude you give it, the stronger it becomes. See, I learned that last night. I had this smell going on in my nose, and it started from a dog I had in my camper. And this smell was stuck in my nose no matter how much I cleaned. And I was like, man, I was telling my coworker, I was like, is it me? Do I stink? So what I'm saying is I was uncomfortable. And then once I said, man, thank you for the smell, I started to understand that's a cleansing of my spirit. It was getting all the ugly out of me. Because I was going through some ugly moments. But I wouldn't have never understood what the spirit was doing. I wouldn't have understood where it was leading me without having gratitude. Gratitude is power. You know, all of these principles, being persistent, not giving up on your dreams, living like it's your last day. All of these things are principles that can change your life. Courage, integrity. All of these things was here before all the extra stuff came. You know what I mean? All that, I call it extra stuff because it distracts you from the real meaning of growth. A lot of people get clean and don't grow. And that's what I'm saying. Like, do not let your things not working out in your life because you thinking, I stopped using, this should happen. No, you gotta grow into that happening. You gotta say, okay, this is what my shortcomings is. This is my character defects. These are the things I need to work on. But you gotta call yourself out on it. You gotta be honest with yourself. See, everybody want a quick fix, but they don't want to do the work. We get on here and nobody really want to stick around. It's like, oh, that ain't it. Nah, this is not a quick fix. This is work. And if you ain't willing to put in the work, I'm sorry. It ain't going to work for you. And if you're thinking that, okay, I'm going to find this quick fix, it's going to work. Let's see how that work out for you. Because I'm finna be honest with you. Whatever situation you in, it just didn't happen until it was over years and time. Your trauma was over years and time. So everything you do was over time. So it's gonna be you showing up for you and you doing the work. Can't nobody else do the work for you. Nobody can do the work for you. You have to do the work. Listen, I want you to understand that recovery works. I want you to understand that getting sober is so much more work than they let on to. It's so much not losing yourself because things ain't working out. It's so much more to life than you thinking that, oh, it ain't working out. You got to stick with it. You got to stick with it. You got to keep going. And I promise you, the magic will happen. Promise you that. But you got to keep going until the magic happens. Listen, my name is Willie. You know what to do. God loves you. I love you. And I see you on the next video. My next live is tomorrow, 7:30. Same time. Probably the same place. I love you.